Hello, my friends. How you doing?
Hello.
My sidekick is with me.
I have a picture of my spaceships.
That's the spaceships.
Oh,
He's a
technically
nerd.
the blue one's mine. Other people are other people.
It's the nerd man. He's got his nerd collection. He's got his nerd games, his gaming videos. He's got all the things you need to be a nerd.
Spaceships.
As we discussed before, we're in the process of losing my home. And I think we discussed in the last episode. I don't know. I think we're in the process of moving. I think we're in the process of moving.
And it was also near my birthday, I think, too. We're moving away.
It was right before the twins' birthday. It's February 24th.
We were still in the process of moving by the time it was my birthday.
No. No, February 24th we moved. I had to be out by February 24th.
I remember one of our helpers, our babysitters, didn't allow us to stop packing until we were done. And it was my birthday that day.
Well, I think we may have celebrated it early then. I think that's what it was. I think we celebrated it early because we had rented the U-Haul. And
and he got mad at her for that because he told us that you allow us to do that, or someone did. Because all that shit was heavy.
Yeah, it was heavy.
We had like 16 boxes of VHS tapes.
Yeah, we had a bunch of boxes. We loaded that U-Haul. We got a mid-sized U-Haul. I think that's what it was. My sister, after I forced Heather into getting rehab.
I think the only thing we actually left there was the piano.
Yeah, the piano's the only thing we left, but we couldn't lift it.
We couldn't sell it. We couldn't get rid of it. It just kind of sat there. I guess.
Yeah, it was too heavy for us. We needed 6 people to lift. We only had 4 men
and it wasn't just like a small keyboard piano. No, it was like a full grand piano.
One of those big giant classical pianos.
It was broken as shit. But
it took 6 men. It took 6 full-grown men to lift it.
They had like 3 broken keys on it. 1 key missing.
I hated to leave it there
because
it was
easily fixed.
And I hated to leave it there because it was a gift.
It can be easily fixed too.
But I had to. I couldn't take it.
It was too fragile.
Yeah, it was too fragile.
Look how old it was.
But after getting Heather into rehab, forcing the rehabilitation center, we had accomplished my last mission down there to get her help into a rehab center.
And then we changed bases.
And
we changed our HQ.
We loaded up the U-Haul. I got in the car. I pulled out and I stopped for a second. And I took one last look at the house. And I said goodbye. And then we moved where we are now. We're not in this particular home here. We moved to an apartment complex down the street. Just to get set up in here. It's time for a new home, new area, new place, new start. Because there was too many bad memories. There's good memories down there.
You had lots of good memories.
Had a lot of good memories, but here in the last
bad ones
the last few years, it was just nothing but bad. And every time I thought about
it, bad mojo.
It was bad mojo. Every time I thought about trying to get away from it, it showed its ugly hair again, and I couldn't deal with it.
I need a haircut.
Yeah, we did need a haircut. So we decided a new place, new home, Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Yeah, like I said, we got a new HQ.
So I moved up here. My mom was living up here. She lives out by Jordan Hare. They set up an apartment for us. We send money to them, Western Union, to get the electricity set up, get the water going, make the down deposit for the rent.
I think the first place we moved to was Creekside.
Yeah, it was Creekside Village before they tore it down. And
they did tear it down.
They remodeled it and made something else. I made a new.
Creekside was so bad, by the way, they called it Crackside.
Yeah, but that's the only place we could afford, so we had to move there.
It looks like heaven now.
Yeah, it looks like heaven now. It was apartment number 1 we moved into. I mean, it was late. It was about 12:30, 1 o'clock time we got there.
Made some good friends there, though. There's some good people there.
Yes, we got some good friends. Met Robert and Tammy there, Akasha and Draven. Met Trish. Met Wanda and Jacob.
Yeah.
And little JD. Azusa.
Medusa?
Azusa.
Oh, I said you met Medusa? When?
Yeah, I met Azusa. Met Azusa there. She's of Filipino origin, but a few years after we moved up here, she passed away from an asthma attack.
That sucks.
And Ashley, her daughter, she was on my Facebook list for a while. I don't know where she's at. I think after her mother died, she got caught up in drugs and stuff, and I don't know what's happened to her. She's kind of disappeared off the face of the planet right now. Every now and then she'll pop up, but I don't know if she's going to pop up this time because it's been gone for a while. Anyway, got some good friends. Robert has some issues. But,
he still has some issues.
He still has issues, but he's doing okay.
He's doing okay. He's doing good.
He's doing all right.
He's one of those guys. He's like you're like your grandpa. He's like, oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
He breaks 3 ribs. Like, oh, they're healed.
Oh yeah.
Literally, he did that, by the way. He broke like 6 ribs. It's like, oh, they're healed. I'm like, bruh, go to the hospital. At least get them reset.
He wanted to play tough, but
he was tough, to be granted. He was just also.
There's some other people we met there. I don't remember their names.
It's like that one saying: you want to be dumb, you got to be tough, and that was Robert.
There's one of our schoolmates we met there. He died in a car wreck.
Yeah, you hear me?
Years later, after we met him, he was in high school.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I'm listening. But in high school, he died in a car wreck. Slammed his car into a tree.
You should hear the cars like screwing the tires over here in high school. They do it all the time.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
It's like, oh, I wonder how many. Well, I wonder why so many students die from car crashes. Maybe because they're fucking idiots.
But their laptop computer, we got internet, and
we played video games.
And we started doing video games. And I found Facebook. So.
And we also found Sim City, which we played hours
After getting the divorce and getting the full custody of the boys, that happened in a weird way, though, to tell you the truth. That happened and it was crazy how it happened. I was working at Waffle House, and this woman who happened to be married thought about carrying on an affair with me. And we talked about it, we hugged, and tried to get intimate, but she didn't want to. She couldn't go through with it. But her husband knew. We started talking to him. He didn't know about what was going on between me and her, which was weird. It was a weird situation. But the thing is, he ended up giving me $160 because he saw the situation I was in. They had a food bank at the church that they was going to. So she kind of backed off the idea of carrying on an affair with me, and they started helping me out with food and everything, and give me $150. And Rhonda's father, actually found me the attorney, the divorce lawyer, to make the down payment to for the divorce. Was actually my witness against her. It's his own daughter, actually, which is also kind of weird. That's like I said, the entire situation.
Your family knew that she.
It was weird. It was weird how it all planned together, because he saw that I stood there and I fought through and took care of the boys while she ran off to play, so to speak. So I got I paid. I was supposed to pay the lawyer almost $700-800 for the divorce decree. And I was supposed to pay him by month. And before I had a chance to make the second payment, he decided to fold. Yeah. So I ended up not owing him any more money because he folded up. That was his last case. And so he called after I made the next payment of about $100. I went and paid him $100 more. Ended up paying him about $300.
So he retired at your case.
After my case, he retired.
Yes. He's like, fuck this life.
So I didn't have to pay a whole lot out of pocket money for my divorce. I'd have to pay at the most like $300.
So basically, God gave you a freebie.
Basically, yes. How did that work? I don't know. But that's how that
fell together like Tetris.
Yeah. It was kind of weird how the divorce played out. Anyway, I came up here, moved up here. We got the internet and electricity. Found Facebook. Got a Yahoo account. Got a Skype account. And my mother said something about courting Asian women, Filipino, Japanese, Thai. Because she said Asian women were were raised to be loyal to the husbands. So I figured since I've had all this time with American women, and all of them used me and took me for granted, and get what they wanted and dumped on me. I figured I'd change the pace. Why not? So my first one that I tried to court, her name was Glenn Tan. She was a Filipino. Now it was about a few months after we moved up here and got settled in, got the kids in school, and eventually I got into college. My third stint at college, the college degree, I finally had an opportunity to get back in here and try to at least get an associate's degree, get some sort of a degree from college. So I started at college. I got a grant, got a loan that I'm still trying to pay on because they keep hitting me with interest. So there's no point in trying to make the payments on it because I'll be paying 5-10 years of interest if we make the payments on the college degree or the loan. So I'm just waiting for the chance to where I can actually come into a large sum of money so I can actually pay a chunk of money onto the loan or the interest out of it and actually start paying on the loan. Right now I'm on a deferred payment plan with them. But I started courting different types. I just, I started talking to different types of women, and she wanted me to make a poem. And I told her I wrote poems. And I read some poems to her, and she wanted me to write a poem about her. I figured why not? Okay, I'm trying to start new here. I'm trying to start over, so I figured I'd just start courting women online, searching for women online. The first few were false leads. I never got to see them face to face. One of them tried to call me, but there was a false number when I tried to call back. So I started doing video chats so I can actually see the person I'm talking to when I'm trying to court. And Glenn Tan was one of the first ones I tried to court. So like I said, she wanted me to write a poem about her, and I did. And I titled the poem The Quality of Love. And the poem I used her name in the poem. For each line is a letter of her name, the first letter of her name. Like G, the next line's L, the next line is E, the next line is N. And then I do the second stanza, T, A, N. You'll see it here in a minute. I'll fix to read it to you. But Equality of Love, using Glenn Tan's name within the poem. First time I've done something like this, so I figured I'd give it a shot and see what happens. It came up pretty good, actually. Equality of love. Graceful is your heart so pure. Love, 'tis what is seen within. Elation brought on by your smile. Nectar runs through your veins. Totally enamored with amazing beauty. Angelical elegance your soul within. Nay, to be denied, love's equivalent. I thought ended up being a pretty good little poem there. But I was using her name.
I got something funny to tell you that'd make them laugh. You know Come and Go, the gas station?
Uh-huh.
Woman arrested for allegedly pleasuring herself at the Come and Go gas station. She wanted to come and go.
Back to the story. Right, this next one.
False advertising is one of the comments.
You shut up. Anyway, this one is lengthy, but it's pretty neat. I did this in bits in part 1, part 2, part 3 on Facebook. And I had a friend that is no longer a friend of my Facebook, for whatever reason, I don't know. But she kept up with it, and she put it all together, and she shared it. And there's others that kept up with it. And since I'd done her name in the poem, I did the months of the year into a poem form. And I called it Solar Year. Since that worked so well with Equality of Love, I figured I'd do Solar Year using the months of the year as the backdrop for each stanza, for each part. And it came out pretty good, actually. And I used months as a year as sort of like an end time type scenario, like an Armageddon sort of scenario. The Revelations, stuff like that. You know, like the end of the world type of poem. So I figured this Solar Year would be like we used like a countdown. It was like a countdown toward the end of time, you know, the end of life on Earth. Starting with January and ending up in December. Using the letters of using each month and each stanza, like J, A, N, U, A, R, Y, to start each line. And this is what I came up with. It took a few weeks, I think about 2 or 3 months, to actually finish off the poem in parts. But when I was finished of it, yeah, I got a lot of rave reviews on Facebook from friends and family, and they liked it. I liked it. So here we go. We're going to do Solar Year. Judgment Day approaching, a day of reckoning upon us. No neutral corners here. Ultimatums will be decided. Abominations to be destroyed. Return to glory or suffer agony. Your soul now goes to war. Find the strength to face the trials. Into the phase of spiritual bloodshed. Begun the battle has. Unavoidable the outcome is. Accept defeat or press for victory. Refrain not, all out onslaught. Your decision is in your hands. May you call upon a higher power. Abiding light has always been. Ready to receive at your will, caring and understanding. Heaven not so far away.
Ow. The comment over here.
Aggravated earth, ready to punish. Perennial outburst of violent nature. Rampant global discord. Identifying prophets, signs. Linear alignment, sun bursting. Magma erupts, earth shakes. Adulation of the rapture. Yielding of the soul or left behind. Jilted may be if you were left. Unbeknownst, however, is not over. Nourish yourself, prepare, enter evil and the Antichrist. Jubilation he lies to bring. Umbrella yourself from deceit. Luminous you need to be. Your opportunity is still at hand. Angel guard you still have, unnerving are the demons abound. Gather all strength you have, unleashing of the hounds of hell. Stand your ground, stand strong. Taunt you they will. Surrender not, push forward. Enter the day of wonder. Prophets arrive, they die. 3 days pass, they rise. Into war upon war. Moon, sun, water turn to blood. Behold, the end is near. Enter the beast, dragon of hell. Revive your soul, the time is near. Over the horizon the saints have gathered, centered on a mount in the desert. Together they will stand, overwhelmingly outnumbered they are. Behold, they fear not. Into the return of a Savior, returning to claim his kingdom. Numerous are the warriors he brings. Overmatched the enemy is. Ferociously they are slaughtered. Engulfed by flames they are. Magnificent the triumph is. Behold, the beast is punished. Enter lake of fire, bound by chains. Ravaged the evil one is. Descending down a new world, euphoria the way it should be. Covenant, you have kept it. Established your place here, you have. Magical it does feel. Beyond all expectations it is. Estimable you have earned. Relish in the awe of your reward. The war is now over. That, my friends, is solar year. And with that, we will end this episode. And the next episode, we will end chapter, I think it's 13. Yeah, we will end chapter 13 and get into chapter 14. So chapter 13 has one more episode. And we're going to cover 2 more poems in that one and end that chapter. And move on to the next chapter. So in the meantime, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Take care.